We start off in our character's room. We decided to do this because chronologically it's probably the best way of doing it. We went for a first person shot here because we felt the blur was highly controllable and therefore we could represent how he was feeling in his head. And the use of cuts here is to try and represent how he's quite fragile in his head, he's broken. Also, the stills were absolutely fantastic here. People loved using the stills here because it was really obvious that it was representative of something that had happened the night before, and this is something that I personally, when editing, wanted that to happen. Here you can see a very faint increase in light and decrease in light. That's just in time with the music. Just then we see light go on, focus, and everything's blurred, everything's going out, it's going in. This is trying to represent his state of mind at the time. He's very blurry, he's hungover, he's not feeling too good, and he's looking at the pills quite suggestively, and you don't really know what he's going to do. So this is when we go back in the past, and constantly during the editing I had to make sure that there was flashes of this light filter which I used for the main scene, the bottling scene. And this is just to represent that, we're building up to this, aren't we? We're building up to it. And as you see, light. And it's getting more and more as we go towards it. And unblur, go into focus. And here we go, into the filter. Now the bottling scene was probably one of the most pivotal points in this particular piece, because it's using sugar glass, etc. And during the editing, this was much fun because I had to make sure it was very obvious that our person was mortally wounded. So I used a red filter just then, and the closing of the eyes. Very basic, very easy to do, but it's very strong. This is now our character away. The fade out of the filter just then is trying to show that it's away from the scene. We're going away. We're going back to the present. So now he's running around down an alleyway. He's looking very paranoid. The editing here is very basic, just cuts towards a few brilliant shots done by Alex at the time, and then bam, redness, obviously representing murder, danger, things like that, and also his state of mind. Now we go into the shop. Editing's very basic here, very cut, except for just quickly here, just obviously fade into the filter, showing that he's remembering what's just happened, and he puts it back because it's making him think of murder. Picks up a more heavier alcohol. Obviously we couldn't show the actual label due to copyright issues and etc. Obviously, just you see there is the Pulp Fiction poster. Editing here I wasn't particularly happy with, but it had to be done. Just because of the blur and the pixelation I had to put on that, it really didn't show what I actually did with the videoing. And that what I did is I just actually it's actually showing the gin bottle going down in volume, but you can't really see it, unfortunately. And now we're back to the present. The use of shots here are very important. I used slightly different shots, and the editing slightly different to go in time with the music. And it's a quick run through now of what's just happened, because we've seen it earlier on, so I don't really want to go through the whole thing again. It's just shortening down the time. Now we're back at the pill scene, and now he's popping them. This is slightly different from the start, so now we're seeing new footage. The editing here, I thought that was fantastic. It's just literally using a 320 FPS camera and slowing it down slightly, but it looks absolutely beautiful. That's all I need to see for the editing. Thanks for watching.